late February 2017. Myself, two nephews, Dion and Aden, and my two dogs decided to go for a walk in the Horomanga River and the Urarira ranges. I was a bit of a softie. I wore my waders. It was quite hot actually, so I probably didn't really need to use the waders. I think it's more of a winter thing. Beautiful place, this. Beautiful. We thought we'd go up to a place where we normally hunt, where we can see across onto the north-facing ridges on the other side, and hopefully might see a rooster deer coming out into the sunshine. The dogs enjoyed it. Here we get to the steep bit of a climb up to what we call the Coomera pit. Now we can look out across onto the north facing ridge on the other side. The close stuff's around about 200 metres, 200 to 300 metres, and it ranges out to about 450, 500 metres, out to 600 metres in places. In the winter time, often see deer on these faces, in these little clearings. In the summertime, I guess, there's no real reason for them to come out. They can stay under the trees. It rained about 2 weeks ago, so there's probably plenty of moisture about. This little grey warbler bird, our native bird, catching an insect. We decided to go for a walk. Came across these traps. There's a row of traps to catch rats, stoats, weasels, and every one we came across had two dead animals in it, like two rats normally. So we took the dead animals out. They'd been dead quite a while. Most of them were just a dried up skin. So yeah, they really need to be checked a bit more regularly, I think. We walked along this line and there would have been a dozen or so. Now this one here, look at that, there's a stoat in it, and the stoat would have been caught last. There was a rat on the right hand side, so no way would a rat go in there if there was a stoat there. You can just see the stoat carcass skin there across the top of the trap on this side, so he would have been caught second. Gone to investigate the dead rat probably. Mustard. So we reset the traps. It was about 10 or 12 traps. We checked. Every one of them had two rats, except for this one that had the stoat, one rat and one stoat. So we reset them.
Ratus.
Took the dead skins, I suppose, and threw out the old bodies. And here's another one of our native birds, a little wax-eye. Prior to humans coming to this country, there was no native mammal or predator for these birds. The only native mammal is two species of bats. So things like cats, rats, stoats, weasels decimate these bird populations. A lot of them are flightless, so they're at the mercy of a stoat or a weasel. So we have to try to keep the numbers down. The rats too. This is one of our native wetters. A wetter. It's an insect, quite fearsome looking, but really quite harmless. Those white marks on the front legs are actually the ears. About 3 inches long. A little bit of deer sign we came across. Actually, we saw quite a bit of deer sign, but between the 3 of us and the 2 dogs, I think we were making way too much noise. This country very dry. It was quite hilly and quite hard to get around quietly. Here we are just 24 hours later after setting those traps yesterday, and we're at the first trap now, so we'll just have a look and see what's in it, eh? Let's have a look. Oh, a rat already. Just 24 hours later and we've caught a rat. Okay. Look at that. A dirty big rat. Okay. And here's trap number 2. We set yesterday too. We cleaned a couple of old carcasses out of it. Let's have a look. Oh, another dead rat. Bloody hell. Look at that. 24 hours later. Trap number 3 that we reset yesterday. Okay, it's empty. So out of 3 traps that we set yesterday, 3 that I've rechecked today, 2 of them already have rats caught in them. So 24 hours later, that's serious indication. I think that there's a few rats about here. We saw this little fella down by the river, and we saw another one up in the bush in the daytime. I've never seen possums out in the daytime before in this place, so I hope it doesn't indicate that there's a bit of an explosion of them happening. We often come across the native blue duck on this river as well, but we didn't see any on this trip. But maybe they just weren't about, eh? Regardless, we had a very nice weekend. Myself and my nephews Dion and Aden